listen to shows. I just don't cuss at all anymore. I try to, spell the words out or beat myself and stuff like that. So I don't know if you noticed, but as long as the wine is strong, I think that's all that matters, okay? I tried to rush and do my makeup, so if it's messed up, sorry, it is what it is. But yeah, full 2 shows for you guys today. We got a lot of stuff. We are unwinding. So Kylie Jenner is being sued twice. Now, this is the second time she's being sued for the same thing. And we got some things to discuss concerning that. We're also going to be discussing Jada Pinkett's huge wins in court against Bilaal, okay? That is really heating up. She's getting everything knocked out of court, okay? She's doing everything but suing. I don't know, okay? Her question to answer, not mine. Also going to be discussing Chelsea Handler. I said, what was I going to say? Charlie Handler, Lord Jesus. Chelsea Handler, seemingly coming for Kevin Hart and Netflix and the roast and how disgusting it was. And it's a shame that it takes a white woman, because when I said it, y'all was, oh, you're just hating on black excellence. The white woman says it, yeah, it's a shame a white woman got to go out there and call this out. We'll discuss all that, okay? We already know how, social media can be. Also going to be discussing the Shade Room, okay? Angie, I want to apologize to you earlier. I'm sorry, but we got this story that nobody else got except for small Caucasian influencers, and your name was on the tax returns Shade Room. And so we're definitely going to be discussing why are you allegedly being paid by white political candidates to sway votes is what they're alleging, not me. Okay? This is a problem. Black media cannot be anywhere near this, so I'm going to put up the receipts. The Shade Room wasn't even supposed to get a shot at this, but because it came across my desk, I said, wait a minute, hold up, wait, what is Angie doing here? So we got questions, okay? We got questions. Everybody got business practices that's different, but I catch a lot of heat out here for being non-biased, okay? That comes with a lot of legal drawback. I am not in the business of taking any checks to sway any type of opinion, okay? That's just not how I work. And we're not going to start. All right, so definitely going to be, stay tuned for that. Also going to be discussing, unfortunately, y'all, I may be on Floyd Mayweather's side this time. Floyd Mayweather looks like he is alleging that he got robbed by a known and documented, even charged, indicted Israeli. $175 million is gone. Jet is gone. Everything this man worked for is gone. So did I lie? We're going to discuss everything in its totality. Honestly, my heart goes out to him and his team. I don't know how he's going to recover any of this, because the man that did it is due to go to jail here soon. So if the government and other people can't get their money back, I don't know what makes you think you're finna get yours back, okay? At all. Elon Musk and Nicki Minaj, okay? Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, let's do Floyd Mayweather last. Put Elon Musk and Nicki Minaj up. I don't think Nicki Minaj saw this coming. She was, in my opinion, used by Elon Musk to sway some public conversations going on about him. A lot of times celebrities, this is happening to the Shade Room. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I feel like we should be discussing and we should know about. And the people that we follow and support should know about. So all of this is coming up in the show. And don't forget, we got a second show. We are exclusively covering Chud the Barber. Is it the Builder? I thought it was Chud the Barber with that beard. Chud the Builder, okay? So Chud the Builder, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He does a lot of rage baiting content, specifically targeting African-American people or people of color. And he was recently outed for being pegged. And so the woman who came out to expose that he really likes black people, so she doesn't understand why he's even going around telling everybody this, is on our platform to discuss, the nature of their relationship, and her pegging and topping off Chud the Builder. Okay, so that's going to be on TashaKLive.com with a host of other topics, but that is going to be the main story. So make sure that you have your subscriptions on so you don't miss that show, TashaKLive.com. And for those of y'all that watched last week's show, I'm just going to say this once because I know y'all are like, why didn't you let Trinell Cat Williams' bodyguard call you and speak up? Because if you would have saw the way he spoke to me, I would have definitely lost all the money that we made on this video. And I wasn't about to put my check at risk for nobody, okay? So we did allow him to call in to defend himself, but it was done on TashaKLive.com. And boy, when I tell you, this man read me down to the ground, bro. I'm scared. I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna follow the restraining order. You crazy. But it was definitely trigger warning if you do want to go over there and watch it. It is a bit graphic. He was not happy with the coverage, even though I was warning him and trying to tell him how this is going to eventually go. It's not that I believe, that he did this intentionally. And who am I? I'm not the prosecution. I'm not Reggie's family. I am a platform that allows you to speak because a lot of other platforms wouldn't do it. And so how I got caught up in the middle is going against what I said I wasn't going to ever do, which is talk about death and children. And look where it got me. Cussed out by the man who shot Reggie. He's not trying to get shot. All right, guys, listen. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Don't want to hold you guys too long. Please make sure that you are subscribed. You hit that subscribe button and you like or unlike the video. You can like and unlike it throughout. And I know you guys are asking, why we can't hype your video up? Because they're only doing that for new creators. So we got a third channel on the back end that we're doing personal interviews on, civilian interviews, love interviews and stuff. You can hype that channel, but big creators are not getting no more hyping because y'all do the hyping. We don't need no help, okay? So that's at least what they're saying. Now, Kylie Jenner. Remember I told you she wasn't really no billionaire. And then, of course, it took Forbes coming out to retract the story that they had done 2 years in a row, saying that they were given false bank statements and tax returns alleging that she was a billionaire, even though they were using it. A lot of people do this, is they'll create and use PR firms to state what their net worth is. You see it a lot amongst the rappers and a lot of people, okay? And they'll say, oh, 100 million was made. Oh, 200 million was made. All of this, because they're using that headline to attract investors. Because if investors know that you are receiving this type of money, they open the wallets. We're talking about the hedge funds, the investment firms, all these people. Jasmine, what's going on? Okay, please don't scare me like that, girl. So, and that's what they do, because they're fishing to partner with the billionaire so that they can actually claim the status. Well, turns out Forbes had to retract the story that we had exclusively broken a year earlier because, somebody from her camp had leaked it, that was the plan, was to use those headlines to fish for investors. So by saying she's a billionaire, people would be more inclined to give her money. So that they can make money off of the billions that she's making, because they use other people's money to start companies. It's smart, but it's a lie, right? And so she's back in the news again because she is being sued twice this time by her own staff. Now, according to two separate lawsuits from two former housekeepers, okay, at her Hidden Hills, California home, both are alleging toxic, abusive, and discriminatory work environments, okay? Allegedly done by the same supervisor, named in both the same staffing agencies that Kylie Jenner uses, and it's two different women, and the pattern is incoming, and they're dating this pattern back to the settlement that they just settled, the Kardashians just settled with another staffing agency, with some more housekeepers alleging the same thing. And so they didn't go to trial on that because they couldn't prove it, so they just went ahead and paid the housekeepers that was alleging some of the same things. This was back in 2023. Now they back in court again in 2026 for the same thing. And so the first woman who filed her lawsuit April 17, 2026, her name is Angelica Hernandez Vasquez. And she basically is described in the filings as a Salvadorian woman. Of course, she is of Latina, descent or whatnot, and she's a practicing Catholic, is what she's stating in her lawsuits. And I want to make sure that I'm reading, because we big over here now. They looking for any reason to sue. Any reason to sue, okay? She's alleging discrimination based on nationality, religion, and immigration status, okay? So they are severe and persuasive harassment allegations, routinely assigned the most undesirable tasks, excluded from the housekeeping team, which means these were outside tasks given to her to punish her, publicly belittle her, and humiliate her in front of other coworkers, okay? She's also alleging that her wages weren't paid in full, paid late, denied overtime, and no reimbursements for business expenses, no meal, rest breaks, no pay stubs. Sounds like some modern day kind of slavery going on around there. I guess they're trying to get back at how, Ray J and Sonya them had them working their closets and stuff that they was stealing from, Y'all remember that? Let me swing on that. I guess it's their turn to get back, you know what I'm saying? But see, it's controversial to have black kids and do it to black people, so they got to do it to the Latina people. Is what they're saying. I'm not saying they're doing it, but I mean, when you settle a lawsuit, even though it doesn't admit guilt, they're right back in court alleging the same thing again, okay? Now, they're suing Kylie Jenner, Inc., TriStar Services, La Maison Family Services, which is the staffing agency, and 25 other unnamed individuals, also for lawsuit 2, which is Juana Delgado Soto, filed a week later, of course, both by the same lawyer. And this one, she worked for Kylie for 6 years, okay? Now, Soto is claiming that she personally slipped Kylie Jenner in 2025 a letter detailing what was going on to her and begging for help. And Kylie, allegedly, according to her, did nothing. Nothing at all, okay? Now, the person that they're really blaming and that Kylie Jenner has the power to stop because she stopped her before and they documented her punishing this supervisor, that is the head house manager, I take it, is Supervisor Itzel Cybrarian. She sound mean. Itzel. Can you put a woman named Itzel in charge? You know she down there. She making them people eat grass off the floor. I already know, with a whip. Now, she allegedly mocked Soto's English, okay, laughing at her, calling her stupid, and asking her why she can't speak proper English. Now, I know a lady named Itzel ain't laughing at nobody. Asking, something tells me in my heart of heart that Itzel don't even speak proper English. She's not from here. Itzel Cybrarian? No. Okay, now the retaliation after Soto filed an HR complaint in 2024 against this manager, Itzel was briefly removed, okay, then reinstated. I guess maybe she kept a tight ship around there. Keeping it tight and right. Now, when she came back, they cut, according to her lawsuit, her pay. Now, this is the part that really made me take the story. It ain't had nothing to do with her, because I ain't surprised, you know what I'm saying? Is that the housekeeper, get this now, the housekeeper went from making $41.66 an hour, and they cut her down to $35 an hour with no explanation. Write that in the chat, $41.66 an hour to $35 an hour with no explanation. They changed their schedule to eliminate the overtime and piled on unreasonable workloads. Now, they're suing for emotional distress, intentional infliction, termination, retaliation, failure to pay wages, and all of this, okay? And like I said, this is identical to the Kim Kardashian lawsuit, the Kardashian curse per se, that they settled, okay? A 7-worker lawsuit in November 2023 with the same third-party vendor defense, okay? The family blames the staffing agencies, but if you're blaming the staffing agencies and you're being sued on behalf of the staffing agencies, why are you still in business with them? So obviously you guys must have some sort of deal or arrangement going on, because ain't no way I'm gonna keep doing business with people that are getting me sued, okay? Now here's the crazy part. The visual of the housekeeper slipping her a plea, this remind me of them slave stories I done watched on TV. Like they trying to get, please help us. You know what I'm saying? The pay cut is what got me $41. I didn't even know housekeepers from staffing agencies, this is the pay they taking home. So imagine what the staffing agency is making. Because you know staffing agencies get paid a higher rate. They go out, they hire you, they give you half or a third of what they're taking. They take it off the top. And then you take home the rest. $41.60. Jasmine, please put up my comments. Put up my comments. That's a lot of money. Mark my words. I don't care. $41 an hour, call me the N-word. I don't care. I'm getting on the floor, I'm scrubbing the floors. $41 an hour? What did she do for that? That's more than what nurses get paid. How much nurses get paid in California? I'm just saying, for some jobs, listen, some jobs you can sell out just a little bit. As long as it doesn't require me hurting anybody else, hey, sign me up. If I got to hurt the floor, you know, or put needles in her couch and say that the couch came like that, so when Kylie sit down, it pokes her in her ass and it leaks out, I would do that kind of stuff as a housekeeper for the $41 an hour. You understand? That's what I'm saying. That's the kind of person. You want to play? You want to play? I'm spiking the cake. Listen. So, it gets worse. They're also alleging that they weren't allowed to drink Kylie Jenner's water. They had to bring their own water. They weren't allowed to touch her water. Maybe she was on a water preservation. You know, in them neighborhoods, they're limited to the amount of water that they're allowed to use. And so they told the staff they're not allowed to drink water. So you cannot drink the billionaire's water. This is crazy, y'all. Restricting bathroom access, hold your pee. Forcing her to clean the dog houses. Okay, that's a punishment. Making her leave the room and premises anytime Kylie was around. Banning her from making eye contact, smiling at Kylie, or speaking to her. Ordering her to disappear if Kylie entered the space. Now, for her own son's birthday, the housekeeper's alleging that the supervisor allegedly told her she'd be fired if she left. Saying no one cares about your birthday. Her dead brother, she was pressured to come back to work immediately after the funeral. She had to prove documentation that her brother died. Trash inspection. Kylie. Now you limiting water to the housekeepers, okay? Because you on a water preservation thing, so you thought okay. Listen to this. So they do trash inspections according to the housekeepers in the lawsuit. They said they're required to document discarded food to prove they're not taking leftover food home to their families. So they're searching the helps trash for stolen leftovers. So they would literally go through the trash to make sure they're not eating food that's Kylie's, even though she was going to throw it away. Okay, now in 2025, she alleged, one of the housekeepers, Soto, she placed a handwritten letter on Kylie's massage bed right before her appointment. I need to express just how terribly I'm mentally abused. I really apologize for letting you know about all these situations. I know you wouldn't allow this to happen if you were aware the next day she was threatened with termination in order to never contact Kylie again, whether Kylie ever read it or not. Of course, Kylie read it, because how was she contacted? How did she know? Kylie gave it to the house. That's the Kylie down. She ain't got to talk to them. And also the last final piece, they were ordered to drive from her house using their gas to Timothy Camelot's house and do the same thing. Shamlet. What is his last name? Chalamet? The little white boy she dating from Doom. So apparently she's splitting the crew between them, but only paying them for her houses. So they would have to use their gas, their miles. He lived across town and have to go clean his whole house and not be paid for it. Now, mind you, this is the same company that got them in a seven-figure settlement with the previous housekeepers, and they still doing business with them. It looks like Kylie may have something to do with what's going on around there, down there at that estate, okay? But I guess since they ain't black people, we don't have to care. But I tell people this all the time. The Latinas are in the position that we used to be in as black folk. So I think we need to speak up for everybody. The same way they spoke up for us, we got to speak up for them because this ain't right. But I'm sure she gonna pay them. She gonna pay them and make them go away. So moving on. Let me see the comments. I'm gonna give y'all some lottery numbers too. I dreamt about some numbers last night. I sure did. Sorry that took 20 minutes, but that was a long story. We got a lot we're going over today, so just be prepared. Get your blunts, whatever it is that you do, okay? Because we got a lot of paperwork to read, okay? All right, cool. Y'all enjoying this story? Y'all talking about no, we don't. Yes, we do. Because if we don't speak up for them, they're gonna put all of us back, and we all gonna be handmaids. Huh? Exactly. If you don't speak up for this stuff, all they're doing is it's history in a different direction, same blueprint. If you don't say nothing, all of us are gonna be handmaids, sitting there laid back, arms up, just having babies spoiled and doing everything. Y'all better stop. You better stop. Gilead is near. Gilead is near. Moving on. Who next? So Chesley Handler, I told y'all, and y'all, Jada Pinkett, real quick. So hold on, Jada Pinkett scored a huge win in court, okay, against Bilaal. She got more legal fees added because she's fighting the case. Bilaal is suing her. Oh, God damn. Jada, please sue this man. I don't know what her strategy is. I don't know, but like I get it. She's fighting back. He sued her. I did see some videos of Jada, and I was like, oh my God, like please don't show me that no more. Like I get it, but at the end of the day, you the celebrity, you know the court gonna go with you, bro. We know how it go. But at some point, you gotta say something. So she's just giving news or updates that's happening in a lawsuit that she's fighting against Bilaal. So anti-slap motion was taking out some of the claims that he was claiming were knocked out. I think he only got a couple claims that's like moving forward, but right now he owes Jada $30,000. Now, mind you, according to him, and I saw text messages, Charlie Mack, Will Smith's longtime friend, all their longtime friends, okay, offered money to them, to Bilaal to take, and now he's taking hits in court over everything that he said about Jada and what Jada did in all of those interviews that they did. I'm just like, Bilaal, you already said you're homeless. You already said you're living out your car. You don't want to do this for the money, but yet you're suing for the money. He claims he wants Jada to go to jail. She deserves to go to jail. Will deserves to go to jail. All of this, all these crimes that were committed, they deserve to be under the jail for all the people that they've done wrong, and he is going to make sure he does everything that he has to do to take them down. But it seems like they are winning because they are celebrities with deep pockets and great lawyers. It doesn't matter if you're wrong or right. It's about what you can prove, what sticks up in court. Okay? Same thing I was trying to tell Cat Williams' bodyguard, bro. Hey. Quiet. Quiet in the courtroom. So she scored a major win, more legal fees added to the $30,000. And hold on for a second. Hold on. Oh my God, all this stuff being sent to me. My God. Bilaal, I don't know what you're gonna do. And I don't know how they're gonna recover the money. I guess they're gonna repo the car that he's still got a couple claims. You know, we'll call him and get an update on how he feels about having to pay these legal fees. How do you sue and then she not suing you back and she winning? And she still ain't sued back. And here's my thing too. Nah, moving on. Moving on. All right, guys, who's next? Chelsea Handler. Okay, see, y'all don't say nothing till a white woman say something, but when, black people say something, y'all, oh, you're hating. Yeah. I said, listen, first of all, I've been reporting on to y'all about Kevin Hart's demise of his empire here lately and how he's been baiting, switching, and moving money and, and all that or whatnot. And this roast that I saw the other day, and I literally watched it. I gave my full critique on it, and it was very hard to watch. Not because I don't like Kevin. I don't like his character, but is his old comedy funny? Yes. Is he somewhat of a great businessman? Yes. Will he do anything for some money? Yes. Is that a bad thing? Hell yeah. Okay. But there's some pluses and minuses. Everybody has goods and bads about what they do, but I don't have no personal feelings towards him at all. I'm just telling you based off of what I know and the scope of what I know and how things have been running down there at Heartbeat Studios. And so when Bluebird came out with an article right before his roast of Kevin Hart came out saying the same thing I've been telling y'all for years about him financially struggling and shutting down restaurants and firing all of his staff down there at the studio and giving them pink slips. Do you not think the staff called me when they ain't got no job? It's only a matter of time. It happens. So I knew all of this stuff before the white folks started picking it up and told y'all, oh, you're hating, you're lying. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather, okay? Same thing. Now, I watched the roast because he is really trying to desperately make some money to get back in good grace. Now, I know y'all saw, oh, he signs a $1 billion deal. He did not sign a $1 billion deal. He signed a deal with a $1 billion company that is worth $1 billion because they've taken other names like his, like Shaquille O'Neal, and they have made them billionaires. He has given them the right to transform his name into a $1 billion empire. That does not make him a billionaire. So what he has to do is create great products. He has to sell great products in order for that to generate revenue, and that's going to take years down the line. Shaquille O'Neal has been doing this for a long time, and he is yet to still hit billionaire status, okay? So I'm just telling y'all how it works. I know because I read. Now, when it comes to Kevin and that roast, I was utterly just disgusted because you got all these white folks up there calling every black person in the room N-words, oh lynching, oh this, oh that. You're laughing, forcing yourself to laugh. None of it was funny. I told you there was only 3 people that was funny. Chelsea Handler, Cat Williams, and what's her name? Cheryl Underwood. 3 people. The rest had no business on that stage. Some people weren't even comedians. So you had them people sit there for 3.5 hours during that boring roast of you. You had your arch nemesis come out because you upped the check. You want to be seen as the guy that brings everybody together, but when you're in the same room, what's going on? The same stuff that we've been trying to get away from, which is laughing at black folks, calling them blackity black, 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 black. Oh, look at her. Oh, your teeth white. You can't. All it is for you to give them a platform and put your name on it to do it. But when it was done the year before with Tom Brady, oh, he cried and y'all, they felt sorry for him. They was, oh, his kids don't want to talk to him. Y'all roasted him. They felt sorry for him. This year, oh, they calling you the coon that Cat Williams has been saying that you are for years. But it takes a white woman to come out the same way it took a white woman the march and the civil rights because they wanted to move feminism forward. Okay? So black folks was in that feminine movement, all right? And so now that she is speaking up, now everybody says it was disgusting. Let's go.
It's just everything we know, that they're racist, that they're bigots,
Jasmine,
that
make
they're
sure I ain't
sexist.
too loud. You know I be yelling
I don't find
now.
those jokes to be funny. Jokes about black people or like it is not a joke. It's not. That's worse than like you're not joking about. Are you? Are you saying I'm going to go? You know you can't do that, but you can say like I find that to be. I don't know. You know, people are like it's a roast. You go for it. I'm like you can go for it without being gross. Found with them making fun of Cheryl Underwood's like dead husband who committed suicide. Like. You know, she's fine with that. If she says she's fine with that, she's fine with that. I wasn't fine with that. I thought that was disgusting too. But there was so much disgustingness that I knew it was going to be such a like gross vibe that I would be able to elevate it, no problem. And that's what I went to do. I was like, all right, well, I'll pick it up because they're going to try and bring it down. And Kevin didn't deserve that. He deserved like an elevated roast.
She said Kevin didn't deserve that. He deserved an elevated roast. But the comedians, when they were telling the jokes, they said they called Kevin weeks before, days before, and got permission to say these things. And he said, yeah, go hard or go home. He literally just doubled down on his Instagram and was like, go hard or go home. Y'all saying this because, man, if you're going to be the face of comedy, if you're going to be the person that brings it back together, Def Comedy Jam was not that. You got to go watch Def Comedy Jam. You got to go watch Comedy Central. When you're bringing comedians together, it should be a good time. It shouldn't be, oh, this is prime time for white folks or anybody that don't like black folks, especially in this political climate, to say whatever they want to say. This is not what this is. And I felt like his brand took a hit from that. And for her to even say it, like she's trying to deviate because, you know, Kevin Hart writes her checks too. But my thing is, it's like, no, just say it. He produced it. It was his show. He approved the jokes. He told them they could say it. Instead of hiring Tiffany Haddish to host it, he gave it to that white dude, and the whole entire night, it was just racist jokes. And he's sitting over there, feet slinging on the floor because they can't touch, swinging above the floor because he can't touch the floor. And it was like, you're forcing this to be funny, and it's not funny. So, I don't know. Y'all thought it was funny? Well, I didn't. Not at all. Not at all. Did not think it was funny at all. So, let me see what y'all talking about. I'm looking at y'all comments. I'm going to give y'all the lottery numbers later that I dreamt about, okay? Y'all was winning a couple weeks ago. Yeah, Tiffany would have done a great job hosting, but he just had to sit on the couch, mute. No, and Dave Chappelle would have never allowed that to happen. But, you know, anything for a check. Now he's doing Cheryl Underwood's comedy special. He's just trying to be the guy to make the money off of the other celebrities now because he's not funny. And he's also trying to take the Steve Harvey route. I don't know if you noticed. You got an individual picture of him? Yeah. So he's fine. You can leave him up. He's also trying to take the Steve Harvey route. So he's hosting all these shows, being judges, being motivation now, trying to find comedians, trying to put himself in a host lane. But Kevin lacks charisma. I mean that in a very sincere way. It's not me hating. He lacks charisma. It doesn't come across as funny. He uses the F word every 2 minutes. You got to F in this. He sounds like a white boy. You got to F in this. You got to F in that. F in this. F in that. I watched his show series, which is a very good series. It's called Funny AF. What saved that show was the funny comedians. But he's not charismatic. He wasn't funny at all. He just kept cussing. F. You got to F and come hard. You got to F and go home. That was effing amazing. And he sounds like he's a product of Hollywood's like upper, I don't know, valley area, and it's like surf boy talk. And then he, you know, hey, you gotta F and do this. That was F and do. There's no funniness about it. What made Steve Harvey very, very good for television is that he was charismatic. As soon as he hit the screen, he had that silly ass smile, the crazy haircut, the big lips, the big teeth. He was funny, and he didn't have to try to be funny, and that's why he's still thriving to this day. This guy is trying to force it on us to make it funny, and it's not funny. He sounds like a personal trainer. You got this, you effing got this, you shouldn't do that, this is what it's supposed to be. And it's like, yeah, you haven't had a comedy special or a movie hit in years. You just laid off your film company. So now he just wants to gather everybody and make a check off of them and try to do a little bit of what Dave Chappelle is doing, but Dave Chappelle's still funny. Kevin don't let them milk him down like skim milk. And he acts just like him now. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, guys, after the break, guys, let me see my comments. We got the Shade Room being accidentally exposed, during the elections. I said, hi, Angie, catch us straight. Listen, definitely going to be talking about the owner of the Shade Room, okay? Also going to be talking about the Shade Room, of course, Elon Musk, and him trying to drag Lupita Nyong'o, and then he brings Nicki Minaj up to help try to circulate those rumors, that's going on in the bad press that his baby mama is sharing. Oh my God, y'all should go over to TashaKLive.com. The baby mama, man, that stuff getting taken down left and right, bro. She telling all his business, all of it, and we got it on TashaKLive.com in real color, okay? And we're also going to be discussing Floyd Mayweather allegedly being robbed by his own Israeli friends. Okay, so all of that and more coming up after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means Bully Raise a Glass too. We'll be right back. And please make sure you look and you got that subscribe button on, okay? Let's go. We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base. Okay, and so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that. You are the gentleman that is accused of shooting the late comedian Reggie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have on an ankle monitor right now?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you pay $350 a month for that ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
No indictment has been made against you yet.
No, ma'am.
The shooting happened over 8-9 months ago.
He snorted the lines in front of me, and he was up for 3 days without going to sleep leading up to this event. Your brain is the best weapon that you're gonna have. So my brain was telling me to run away from him all those previous times. And y'all still questioning who the bad guy is?
How did you manage with him having a gun to you to get to the gun that you said was by the fireplace?
I didn't have to travel to it. It was already right next to me. I was approximately the exact distance you are right now if you needed to grab something that was leaning up against here or boom. You see how long my arms is? Check this out. You notice it went past this?
Yeah.
He pointed the gun at my face.
So when you grabbed the gun, he didn't pull the trigger?
Only Cat Williams has this exalted power to say, you know, he doesn't have to follow any parameters or any rules because he's a millionaire. He's exempt from logic and common sense. Well, he had logic and common sense to put Reggie at the house where he was at.
They're saying that Cat ordered you to shoot him. This was intentional. Y'all set this up. They're saying that he was actually shot on Cat's main property and moved to this particular address when it went down, okay? And his body was left there for multiple days, found unresponsive, and nobody is saying anything.
This case with Reggie Carroll, with the when Reggie was shot with the shot.
Is it a murder? Next promo, okay? So from author Lori Tony, she wrote a book called Wine in the Bible, okay? From Vineyard to Revelation. So this is a biblical exploration tracing wine through scripture, from Noah's vineyard to Revelation, examining themes of blessing, worship, responsibility, and God's covenant with his people, okay? So it's got 5 stars on Amazon. This is one of our book club picks that you could personally read and purchase, okay? On itsTashaK.com, go to the book club section and go ahead and support one of our, our personal wino authors, all right? I can't wait to read it myself. I just got it today. I'm so excited. So let me get my wine. Y'all know they said Jesus made wine in the Bible, okay? You know that. Don't even act like that, all right? Let me know, too. We're going to put that in our book club. I'll tell you what I'm drinking at the end of the show. All right. So, you said, wait a minute. What y'all saying to say? You know I like to talk to y'all in the comments. Please make sure y'all are subscribed. How many people we got watching right now? Tasha, why didn't you have that man wipe the corner of his mouth? I wasn't looking at. I can't see far. Don't you see me? I be like, Jasmine, open it up. I can't see. Even right here, the screen is right here that I'm looking at y'all, right? I still can't see. I have to go in like that. I did not see that he had white stuff in the crack of his mouth. Like, y'all stop blaming me for this stuff, okay? I didn't see it till the 4K camera caught it. I was like, oh, damn. But he didn't care. He never said one thing about it at all, okay? Not one thing. All righty, moving on. Okay. All right, so Angelica Nwandu, I'm sorry, Angelica. I support everything you do, sister, okay? Viewer discretion is advised, but sis, you caught us stray. This is the owner of the Shade Room, guys, okay? She is responsible for that massive platform that influences our culture, that shapes our culture, and is one of the most viewed sites in Black media history, okay? And so she has crossed over to white media. She is a mainstream conglomerate now, and she's a heavy hitter in the business. She's worth over $100+ million. Sis is flying private and everything from the Shade Room. Listen, I know hate here. I promise you. But here's the thing. You know, I get hold on. I just gotta make sure my glasses is because you know it's the Shade Room. Tell Shaq to fix that motion blur too on me. We're gonna fix that, guys. Don't worry. So, the Shade Room has caught a major stray, and this could open up the door for some legal issues soon if what they're saying is true. Okay, so let me tell you something real quick. Let me show you something. All right, so hold on. Let me tell you how they got wrapped up in this. I was like, ooh, that's why I be on my team. Heavy. You don't accept money from nobody unless you know exactly what it's for, who it came from, where it's going. That's how Kamora Lee is caught up now, trying to fight to save her house, her husband. Who else? Who was the people? Michael Praz is in jail now. Same thing, accepting money to help fund Obama's campaign with money that was illegally stolen. This is happening so much, and they're coming after people who have urban influence. They're giving them checks, not telling them what it's tied to. But I take it, you know, this lady's Nigerian. She got to know something because she's the one that clears the checks, okay? So let me pull this up real quick, all right? So let me tell you what had happened, all right? So an influencer filed a complaint against the Steyer campaign. Tom Steyer, apparently he's running for governor in California. He's a Democrat. Okay, and they are alleging serious violations. Now, here's the thing. The complaint is the latest volley in a back and forth involving the use of paid influencers in a gubernatorial race, okay? Now, disclosure of paid political content by social media creators is required in California under a 2023 law. First of all, disclosure about any paid promotions is required to label ad. Hashtag ad. Hashtag this is a sponsored post, okay? Now, a political influencer has filed a complaint against Tom Steyer, I guess he's a Democratic nominee, campaign for governor, saying that the committee failed to notify her of disclosure requirements as required by law when she was paid to meet with the candidate. This is the article, and this is how she got caught up into this, okay? So we're going to take her picture down for a second. I don't want people to think this story that I'm reading is about her. This is about another influencer, okay? And so, like I said, a political influencer has filed a complaint against Tom Steyer's campaign for governor, saying the committee failed to notify her of disclosure requirements as required by law when she was paid to meet with Steyer in March and later produced social media content from the meeting. Now, what's more, she said that the Steyer campaign falsely accused her of posting paid content in support of Steyer's chief Democratic rival Xavier Becerra. I don't know what's going on down there in California, okay? I'm just telling you how Shade Room got to it. And failing to disclose it in a complaint filed by the Billionaires Campaign this week. The Billionaires Campaign. Now, Maggie Reed, who regularly posts satire takes on politics to roughly 500,000 followers on Instagram and TikTok under the username Mermaid Mama Maggie, said she was actually paid by Steyer's campaign and signed an agreement that barred her from disclosing the payment. So, which means she took the money, she did the post, told her viewers that she was natural, like this is organic. I support him, and you know followers, what they gonna do. They gonna support what you support. Y'all don't do that. We don't ask y'all to do that. Y'all got your own mind. We don't block y'all for having y'all own differences of opinion, because that's exactly what this platform is. It's a bunch of differences of opinion, and we all grown women, and we can give it and we can take it, okay? Now, she also posted and later deleted a video from her meeting with Tom Steyer and Marge. And in plain terms, the committee paid for political content, structured it like it was an ordinary creator's organic opinion, and used a non-disclosure agreement to keep the public from learning the truth. You cannot do that. That is illegal. That's why Coach Stormy in trouble. That's why a lot of celebrities are in heavy trouble, going to jail, accepting money, doing things with either money that they can't trace and it was stolen and given to them. They're trying to say, well, I didn't know, you're supposed to check, and then you're not supposed to endorse candidates for pay. Now, she says, hold on for a second. Now, the complaint was filed Thursday with California's Fair Political Practices Commission. Steyer's campaign disclosed in a campaign filing that it had paid the agency that represents Reed $5,000 for digital advertising or whatnot. Now, here's where the Shade Room got brought into this, okay? Because now they got screenshots, and these screenshots is going viral. So just gonna leave this here. It says Legal Minga. It's trending on Threads. See, I don't even be on Threads like that. Let me put the Shade Room back up. Go ahead, put, oh, Lord, put the Nigerian lady back up, man. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So what you're going to see here is a Schedule G. Payments made by an agent or independent, and this is what you're about to look at, okay? Just going to leave these here. Tom Steyer, the political, the candidate that's running for governor right now. I heard he's losing in California. I don't know. Steyer paid the following. Thomas Marcus, a.k.a. Quentin Tarantino, $25,000. Originally did not disclose as paid by Steyer on at least one piece of content. Fools Gone Wild, $50,000. Originally did not disclose as paid by Steyer on at least one video. The Shade Room, $25,000. Okay? They're not saying whether or not it was disclosed or not. And they said, if you follow me and believe in the work that I do, unfollow this. He's outright lying and should be removed. I never, they going in on Threads. All I'm saying is the Shade Room caught her straight. These white folks is exposing each other, filing complaints on each other. And then I was trying to figure out why, Angelica would be doing interviews all of a sudden. Because something tells me that she's been ticked off or tipped off as to what's coming down the pipe, and why she would organize such an interview with Maury Povich to explain herself and her platform and what happens to her platform. But she says no. She says no. Y'all remember this? I don't know if you remember this interview that she paid for.
You've kept it for yourself. Yeah. Because I read recently. You've been offered 9 big figures.
Oh, yes.
And now, wait a second. Everybody, you want to add all that up? That's $100 million or more. You could have sold,
Yes.
gone off, doing other things,
Put my comments
and
up.
you
Let's see
said,
what
no,
Maury said.
this is mine.
Yes.
Why?
Sometimes I still think about why. No, but, it's because of the community that we serve. I really love them, and I'm really protective over where they'll go.
So you were afraid that if somebody bought you out, they would change it up?
Somebody lying, they can't, unless she got a stutter. But go ahead. You really what?
It's because of the community that we serve. I really love them, and I'm really protective over where they'll go.
So you were afraid that if somebody bought you out, they would change it up?
Well, because a lot of times when the offers would come, it would be during an election year. You know what I mean? Or something big.
I see.
So it would be for
So
politics.
they would change it for some partisan reason.
Exactly, for politics, because it was a large black audience, and they're voting ability. And so like it would usually be election year. So 2020, 2024. You understand what I'm saying? So like,
By the way, you dipped into politics in 2024.
that's why. So on Instagram, we are in the last 30 days, we're the #1 source of politics on Instagram. So we built a really big.
Yeah, everybody ought to know. We're not talking cheapo here. 21 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. So she paid Maury Povich to sit down with her to get in my opinion, in front of this, because this was going to be disclosed. So she didn't want to take the $100 million. She wanted to make 100+ million or more off of them by just promoting the content herself. Why would I sell out that easy if y'all are going to pay me to sway and use my platform to sway black voters in your direction? I don't know if she put paid posts on this post. I just know that she was listed in the Schedule G under the campaigns filing, and they said for telecommunications, but they apparently, according to the influencers have to sign a non-disclosure agreement upon taking the money. So, and that's why she says politics is her new lane, because politics pays a ton of money, and they lobby. And so she has entered a lane now, and that can really, really be detrimental to a lot of people if you guys are following this and thinking that this is organic content and organic political views, when they can in fact be bought. And I told y'all in the past that TD Jakes was a financier of the Shade Room, and she even developed a spiritual portion, is from what I'm being told. And that's why he doesn't get bad stories, or a lot of bad pastors don't get bad stories, because if they're investors, why would you post anything bad about me? So I'm just saying. But she needs to be careful out here, because if the white folks is getting in trouble, they're definitely going to come for you. And they listed you in this tweet for a reason, so which means complaints are being filed. And remember, it's not a fair world we live in. It's very shady. But congratulations on that sister on everything that she built. But I would just leave them white dollars alone to a certain extent, because it starts to get a little dangerous, a little sticky. Okay? Oh, let me see what y'all talking about. My wine is good. Is the wine good? Are y'all enjoying the show? Huh? Are y'all enjoying? I'm not saying she did that. I'm just saying that's what they're saying, that she accepted, and it's a tax return file. So we're just asking the questions. Okay? We're just asking the questions. All right, not y'all saying. I'm done. All right, moving on, guys. Moving on. Okay, so Elon Musk was catching heat on social media. He had joined one of his chats, and a lot of people were angry that Lupita Nyong'o, a dark-skinned, richly chocolate woman, playing Helen of Troy, which is a white role, okay? And so they were saying, why would she play that? And he jumped in and agreed, and the whole thing just turned racist. Thank you so much. It said, Lupita is a brilliant actress, but historical and cultural accuracy. I want you to remember this tweet for 2 seconds. He said, Lupita is a brilliant actress, but historical and cultural accuracy in European classics should be preserved. Casting a black woman in The Odyssey is misplaced casting a white man. Is misplaced as casting a white man to play Shaka Zulu. This is what Elon Musk said, okay? He says that she should not be casted to play Helen of Troy at all. Helen of Troy was a white woman, according to his records. Now, in his defense, if it were a perfect world and people played fair and lived by what he's saying, I believe, he white. That's why South Africa won't let him back up in there. That's why they won't let him back. He got mad. He was like, can you believe it? They won't let me put Starlink in South Africa because I'm white. Oh, now you know how I feel, brother. What's up, dog? What's up, folks? What's up, brother? African said, you can't be down here around here, bro. They said, get on with that. No white folks allowed. That's what they said. I don't know. believe in that. I believe everybody should have equal opportunity to rights or whatnot. So, but apparently South Africa has had enough of the shit, okay? And we all know what happened with apartheid and all that. We don't need no history lesson. But if this were a perfect world, I would say, you know what? I can agree with Elon. We should stick to what it is culturally. But they have been doing it so long, not sticking to what's culturally right. And I'm like, I don't know if Elon is up to date on, you know, our movies, Western movies, and how Hollywood has over and over portrayed roles that should have been for Latin origin or black Latinas or Africans, and they've given them to white folks. And I want to use this example because they have no business being mad at her playing Helena Troy. She's going to do an amazing job. The same job that them Amazonian white women played. You remember these women? These are the women that you see play, Amazon women. They are the women of the great Amazon. They are strong, tall Neanderthals, right? This is what Hollywood showed us for years. But when you read and go to school, we know that Amazon women don't look like this. They look like this. This is what Amazon women look like. These are the real Amazon women. Go down there, around there, you gonna see. Ain't no white Europeans down there unless they came to conquer. So what you doing? Putting Amazon women on? Them Neanderthal, over tall women that y'all don't want? That's why y'all come down here and make babies with Latinas and everything and black women and then they end up looking like this. This is the real Amazonian woman. But y'all been letting Helena Troy play that for years. So now we get our get back. It's our turn. Lupita, you better show up black. You better show up proud, sister, to that set to play that white woman's role. And play it right. Play it with dignity. Play it with integrity. Play it with soul. You mad folk. You been down there in South Africa calling yourself an African because you was born there. You know you ain't no African. Now he getting all this bad press because he came for Lupita. Guess who he called down there and unstaged the damn, what do you call it? Smoke. A diversion. Here come Nicki Minaj down there to say the damn thing. I said, Nicki, man, he just 5 minutes ago dissed Lupita, man. What are you doing down there? And ain't no starships flying. So apparently he done got out the house. She getting ready to drop an album and stuff like that, and we gonna buy it. You know we gonna buy it. We're gonna be at the shows. Our team gonna be there or whatnot. We support Nicki Minaj over here, but like what we don't support is them using you to help to sway black people to like them again. And they know that Nicki is the #1 trending topic up over there, especially when it comes to politics and them dealing with that. So they know how to overfeed the algorithm, especially when his own baby mama is on TikTok right now riding that algorithm, telling all his business, saying that he influenced the election and turned the whole election red using his lasers from space. And she said if anything happened to her, she got people ready to leak the documents at any given time. She don't want no child support. She gonna keep her baby. She gonna do everything. Because she gonna take you down if she go down too. So to cover up all of this, they knew that if they brought up starships are meant to fly, it took all of that bad press off of Elon, especially in the black community, because she showed up. Where's the video, Jasmine? Where's the video?
They better say all good things. But they're going to be excited, and they're probably going to want to come themselves next time.
I mean, anybody can come and watch the launches. It's super accessible to the public, so we welcome that.
Okay, Barbs, come on down, because this is a lot of fun. I'm excited. Is it about to happen any minute?
So you see that number right there in the top left corner, 6.5 minutes.
6 minutes left?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, but this is historic. This is a major moment, y'all.
Yeah.
It is.
Is this your first rocket launch that you've seen live?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
How do you feel?
Very, very excited. I'm happy it's a good day. I thought it might be like...
I just noticed your shirt. You've got the right swag.
I love this shirt.
It's a great shirt. I have one as well.
And it's a great name, Starship.
I mean, how did you predict the future? Starships are meant to fly.
I do not know. But major shout out to Elon. Elon, thank you for everything that you're doing for humanity.
He's the man, for
The
sure.
man just said
Okay,
he was
thank you
finna
so much.
All right,
No, Nikki. The man just said he just dissed Lupita Nyong'o, and he just said in 10 years he gonna start implanting chips into people's brains to make them superhuman. She got out of bed so fast, she didn't even put no lashes on to get down there, bro. She ain't had no lashes on. I said, Nicki never showed up without no lashes on. Don't she always got lashes on, Jada? Because her makeup be too thick, so like she need lashes to pop it out. You know how we be putting on too much makeup, and we don't darken our eyes and look crazy? You know, but we got to stop being used. This is ridiculous, and you know we just getting down to the nitty gritty of him allegedly rigging the election. And his baby mama is telling everything, and now he out here mad because South Africa done banned him because he's white, and everything like that. And then you take a check and you go down there, and they done stage like they getting ready to launch a rocket, and then the rocket got dislaunched. They didn't even launch it 7 minutes before it was due to get launched. They staged it. It wasn't nothing planned on going up. It was PR. Moving on. Let me see what my nose is talking about. Hurry up with the album, Nicki. That's what we need. That's what we need. Just give us the album. We're gonna buy it. Okay? All right, moving on. Okay, we got another break. Real quick after the break, I need all y'all reading glasses on. Something just catastrophically happened to one of our own. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel so terrible that this happened to Floyd the way that it did. I'm so angry. I wanna get the American Disabilities Act involved. This is how terrified I am of how much he was robbed in plain sight and couldn't see or read what was going on behind his back. The first billionaire boxer ever on paper, but never saw the paper. All of this and more after the break. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button right now. If you are not subscribed, please like this video. We got some sponsors to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We will be right back. Let's go. You are the gentleman that is accused of shooting the late comedian Reggie Carroll.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have on an ankle monitor right now?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you pay $350 a month for that ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
No indictment has been made against you yet.
No, ma'am.
The shooting happened over 8-9 months ago.
He snorted the lines in front of me, and he was up for 3 days without going to sleep leading up to this event. Your brain is the best weapon that you're gonna have. So my brain was telling me to run away from him all those previous times. And y'all still questioning who the bad guy is?
How did you manage with him having a gun to you to get to the gun that you said was by the fireplace?
I didn't have to travel to it. It was already right next to me. I was approximately the exact distance you are right now if you needed to grab something that was leaning up against here or boom. You see how long my arms is? Check this out. You notice it went past this?
Yeah.
He pointed the gun at my face.
So when you grabbed the gun, he didn't pull the trigger?
Only Cat Williams has this exalted power to say, you know, he doesn't have to follow any parameters or any rules because he's a millionaire. He's exempt from logic and common sense. Well, he had logic and common sense to put Reggie at the house where he was at.
They're saying that Cat ordered you to shoot him. This was intentional. Y'all set this up. They're saying that he was actually shot on Cat's main property and moved to this particular address when it went down, okay? And his body was left there for multiple days, found unresponsive, and nobody is saying anything.
This case with Reggie Carroll, with the when Reggie was shot with the shot.
Is it a murder? so we got another book promo. I'm loving our authors that are coming in today. So this is a self-help book. It's called As Within, So Without, okay? It is a Master Your Mind by Indigo Aura. And what this book is about, listed on itsTashaK.com, it's about how your outer world mirrors your inner one, okay? And it's teaching you to break unconscious patterns, rewire limiting beliefs, and align thoughts with desired reality, okay? And so if you're interested in a self-help book, you know, and this is one of the top performing books on Amazon and on itsTashaK.com, please go to itsTashaK.com and purchase the book. All right, let's go. So now it's time to fight, Floyd. Floyd, it's time to fight. I don't know how you're gonna win this fight. He said he's never lost a fight, right? Sir is on paper a billionaire, but the fight that gave him the billionaire status, he never got the $350 million because he gave power of attorney to his Nation of Islam manager, and ran off with the money. Filed a lawsuit against Showtime, you know, I guess the promoters of the fight, you know, the sponsors of the fight, and trying to recover the money instead of holding his manager, you know, responsible for it. So this is a lawsuit that he filed a few months ago. We have been reporting to y'all for 2 years that Floyd was having money problems, really bad. Okay, and y'all didn't believe me. I was like, he broke, but it's a different kind of broke. No. Floyd is broke. It's so bad. This next lawsuit unwinds every single detail. That's why Yaya says she about to get a job. He's being seen out as casinos with no security because he can't afford them. Real estate that he thought he owned, he doesn't own. A lot of shit. Jewelry that he thought he owned, he doesn't own. Let me pull it up, okay? Just give me a second here. So just yesterday, he was sued and lost in court. It was a paternity court. He got one of his strippers pregnant at the club that the strip club that he got. And apparently she proved paternity, and so he's ordered to pay $32,000 of child support a month, and he owes back pay of $1 million. Okay, so they use old paycheck stubs to get that, but I'm sure he's going to get that rolled back to a cool $3,400 because that's what he's looking at now. Okay, so apparently, you know, I've been saying Floyd has been broke for a long time, and here's the reason why. Okay. So he just filed a $175 million lawsuit, Mayweather versus Jonah Reshnitz. Okay, this is an Israeli guy, Israeli company. Okay, so let me break this down for you because we have to do a multi-part series on this, which means I have to take all of this that I'm about to give you and I have to produce an episodic series leading up to what actually happened with him. But this is what he's alleging in this lawsuit, and I'll take it further once we do that docuseries that we're going to start early next week, okay? So, because this is not Floyd's fault at all, and you know, ignorance is dangerous, but when you're ignorant with a disability, that's even worse. And you know, he's been fighting his whole life, so I'm sure he has brain damage from that. And this is no shade to him, but like, this ain't nothing to laugh at. So he filed a complaint Thursday night, May 21st in 2026 in Manhattan County Supreme Court against Jonah Reshnitz. Okay, now Jonah, do you have a picture of Jonah, Jasmine? Can you pull a picture of Jonah Reshnitz? Okay. Jona. I mean, I have one I can send you real quick before I get into it, y'all. Because a lot of people are just, oh, he's suing. But y'all don't know the depthness of this, okay? So, Jasmine, let me give you this real quick. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to give you this. Okay. Let me send this to Jasmine real quick. She's going to upload it while I'm reading. And y'all just have your listening ears on, okay? Because it's real now. Jazzy Faye Productions on my nizzle. Okay, cool. All right, no problem. I just got the pictures in myself, so I should have gave it to Jasmine earlier, but I didn't. Okay. Now, he's suing Jonah Resnick. Jasmine's going to put the picture. A New York City real estate developer and convicted felon, okay, from a 2016 federal bribery case. Now, along with Ayal Frisk Apex Ventures and attorney Alexander Sellingson, according to multiple outlets and, of course, the lawsuit that we pulled. Now, the setup. Here's the setup. Floyd says that Resnick Jonah spent years starting from 2017 gaining his trust, and by 2024 had become his de facto investment manager, real estate advisor, and banking liaison. So remember when he was around here talking about, I bought a $400 million building? Floyd don't own nothing. He don't own nothing. Just wait, okay? And here's the thing. So, and banking liaison. So he gave him rights to banking. He was his real estate advisor and his investment manager. So which means the money that Floyd made, they sent it right to this guy who's a convicted felon, and he did what he wanted to do with it, okay? Now, Floyd had no idea that Resnick already had a fraud conviction and a separate civil fraud judgment on his record. Okay, but it's not just a fraud conviction. It's so deep, okay? Now, the Gulfstream, so this is about his jet. He has a Gulfstream jet. Now, Resnick in July 2024 took out a $13 million loan in Mayweather's name, secured a property, okay? Secured a property Floyd owned in Miami Beach, okay? Now, Resnick took out the loan in Mayweather's name. Mayweather gave him rights the same way he gave his the boxing promoter Al. What's his name again? Al. Oh my God! It don't matter. The black dude that was managing him, that took his money, him and Gervonta Davis's money, and they've been down there at the churches, at his mama church, looking for him, trying to recover this money, and they can't find him. So that's why Floyd Mayweather is going after Showtime for that money, okay? Now, $6.5 million of that loan was used to purchase a 1996 Gulfstream GIV private jet. Another $4 million went to Mayweather Promotions, okay? About 18 months later, the jet was sold. But here's the kicker. Mayweather alleges he unknowingly signed paperwork transferring ownership of the Gulfstream with the buyer section left completely blank, which means he handed them a document and left the buyer section blank. He didn't sign it. So they were able to sign his jet over, and right now, Floyd says he doesn't even know who bought his aircraft. He don't know who got it, okay? Now, he says that he doesn't know who acquired the aircraft. He has received no accounting or the sale proceeds and got back less than 1/3 of the original loan proceeds. Okay? Now, if you want me to break that down in plain terms, he claims he was handed a transfer document with the buyer blank field, signed it without understanding what it was, and the jet vanished into a buyer he can't identify with the money never reaching him. So basically, he just gave his jet away for free and couldn't read it. Where's the American Disabilities Act when you need them? But I don't think he can claim that, because if you knew you had a disability and you know you need extra help, they supposed to be brought in the beginning. Okay? Now, the other major allegations, $100 million in jewelry was pawned for $13 million in August of 2025. How do you think I was able to tell you that he was broke? They was down there at the banks pawning jewelry. These people called me. The man ain't got no money, okay? $100 million pawned for $13 million, okay? Jonah Resnick, so the Israeli boy here, okay, allegedly pledged roughly $100 million worth of Floyd's jewelry, Rolexes, multiple Jacob and Co. watches, a diamond necklace, and gold chains to 2 Miami dealers as collateral for only $13 million in loans. So he was like, I'm going to bring you Floyd's jewelry because I know where he at. I got the key to his house. all his properties I own because I'm the investor, and I'll bring it to you, give it to me. He's not going to know it's gone. He's always, worried. He's always shopping, and he got too many hoes around him anyway, okay? So, Floyd says none of that money reached him. When the loans defaulted, a jeweler texted him demanding payment and threatened to liquidate the pieces. Now, Jonah allegedly replied, agreed, thanks. Despite having no authority from Floyd to greenlight a liquidation, much of the jewelry is still sitting with the dealer. So all of the jewelry that he bought for $100 million, and this is a billionaire on paper, was sold, was pawned for $13 million by this guy, who is a convicted felon and has done this before, okay? Now, a $7.5 million phantom investment, July 1st, 2024. Remember when I was coming to y'all telling y'all, I was like, something going on around here. It ain't really nothing. Jonah pitched a deal promising profit within 12 months. Now, per the complaint, no investment was made, no return was paid, no documentation. The principal has not been returned. A $7.5 million phantom investment. A car. Gave him the money. $16.4 million in collateralized loans. October 24, the same year, okay? They secured against liens on 4 of Floyd's properties. Okay. Now, only $2.5 million went to Mayweather Promotions. Nearly $9 million was wired to an LLC run by one of Jonah's associates with no explanation. Okay. He's saying that Jonah would call him, when you go through this lawsuit and say, hey, I got this investment for you. I need $7 million right now. Floyd would wire him the money or give him permission to wire the money because he was a banking liaison, which means he was signator on Floyd's account or whatnot. And he would just send it to a fake investment account, according to Floyd and his lawyers, and then the money is gone. So this man was just taking all of Floyd's money, saying that he was just making him richer. And the whole time he's pawning everything that Floyd bought. Everything. Okay? Now, nearly $9 million was wired to an LLC run by one of Rechnet's associates with no explanation. A $1 million deposit diverted to a jeweler. A $27 million commercial real estate deal was required a $1 million earnest deposit. So, you put earnest down when you buy houses, okay? Jonah allegedly sent the money to a Manhattan jeweler instead. Deal collapsed, no refund. So basically, he told him that it was a commercial real estate deal that required $1 million. He took the money and paid the jewelry loan off that he took from the jeweler regarding the jewelry that Floyd Mayweather, he took from Floyd Mayweather's houses because he had, I guess, access to it, and gave it to him. So made Floyd pay his own loans back on loans that he never even got, on jewelry that was pawned, that he never pawned. That's what Floyd is saying. Okay. Now, a $15 million real estate settlement from a settlement with a New York real estate developer allegedly diverted by Jonah to himself without Floyd's knowledge. $15 million real estate settlement from a settlement with a New York real estate developer diverted to Jonah to himself without Floyd even knowing. $2.1 million in property refinance. Lost refinancing, okay, that Jonah orchestrated. Ongoing skim through 2026. Okay, Jonah allegedly took 20% of reoccurring distributions from an Upper Manhattan real estate portfolio Floyd owns. If I was him, this is why white boys be, On a co-defendant Ayal Frisk, because he's suing a guy named Frisk, Floyd accuses Frisk of falsely presenting himself as top executive to Vada Properties when he allegedly never held that role. So they falsified themselves and said that they were these people and they could get this access, and he believed them and gave them his money. Just handed them the money, the keys to the bank, the houses. The houses he bought was from them. Okay, now, he's asking for $175 million in damages, disengorgement of every benefit Jonah received, punitive damages, and Jonah has 21 days to respond. Now, here's the thing, and this is where it gets thick, okay? Jonah got 21 days to respond, but hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this. Make sure I get this last little receipt here. Hold on for a second. Jonah, I don't think is going to be able to respond to anybody because he is about to go to jail again. And that's what we're going to unwind during our docuseries, because this is not the first person that Jonah has done this to. It's many other celebrities, and we have many people, many names, many names, in the words of Trump. Many things, okay? And the reported $7.3 million tax delinquency preceded the Jet lawsuit, suggesting that the cash flow problems aren't new. So basically, he has IRS issues that are from the transactions that this guy did in his name, and he's claiming that he's got permission. My chest is hurting from this. My chest is hurting from this for Floyd. I don't imagine spending your whole life, working for this money, and the people that you thought were the people were taking everything, your jewelry, your houses, your cars, your jets, and pawning it, selling it, making money. And then you out there standing up doing this because they flew you up over there. Remember this video?
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
This is just a brief unwind of what happened, and we will bring you a full package here soon, okay? First, we got former reality star Sherelle Rosado, Chad Ochocinco's ex-fiance. We have a multi-part docuseries that we just finished filming this week that'll be coming up here soon. We have to unwind first, okay? We did try to reach out to Sherelle Rosado. Y'all may want to tell her that we are looking for comment because the amount of lawsuits and the amount of money that she owes and allegedly stole. A lot of people are sitting down with us to unwind about it. So, yeah, we're getting back to the core of what this brand was built on, which is unwinding what's really going on behind the scenes, okay? But he will definitely be next. And Floyd, listen, I'm sorry for you. This is, like I said, when I was reading it, and imagine putting yourself in his shoes, like somebody ran off with $350 million, and you got these Israeli boys, selling all your shit behind your back. This is beyond dumb. This is robbery. This is highway robbery, and I'm getting dizzy thinking about it. I'm just, it's not a laughing matter. This is, we can say, this has been going on in Hollywood for years, but this man, this is what Ben Crump need to be fighting. This is what he needs to be fighting. Any questions or comments before we head over to TashaKLive.com? We got Chud the Builder, ex-Pegger girlfriend, explaining exactly how she met Chud and what he really likes. If you don't know who Chud is, you got to look him up. We'll explain it, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I hope y'all did. Any questions per se? So we got a few things that we're working on behind the scenes, okay? So, I mean, I'll give it to you. I mean, yeah. I mean, but like Floyd Mayweather is one. Pinky Cole is one. Okay, Sherelle Rosado, we just finished that docuseries. Lisa Wu, that's one. We have a few things, okay? A few complete, you know, just so you see what has happened behind the scenes, okay? So yes. I'm still dizzy from the Floyd thing. It's TashaK.com, guys. Listen, real quick, we got a few announcements for you guys if you're interested. You know our tour tickets are getting ready to go on sale. We're trying to secure the vendor tables before we put the tickets on sale, so you know what city you're going to be in if you want to be a vendor. It's TashaK.com. Go to advertising or go to the city tour section. Schedule a digital consultation with one of our sales agents to discuss the vendor tables being set up in one of the 16 cities that we're starting out with on the first leg. Okay, the tour is already set. We're ready to go. We're just trying to iron out this little piece because this is one of the highly requested thing. I've never done vendor tables before, but since we have the venues ourselves, we're able to do them. So yeah, look forward to seeing y'all, tasting y'all pies, getting y'all earrings, y'all clothes, y'all purses, whatever it is that y'all sell. Okay, long as it ain't nothing illegal. You good. Okay, it's TashaK.com. Go to advertise. Also, guys, we are casting for single men, heterosexual men. Why are you single? We're not trying to hook you up. We just want to know your story. So please, if you are interested or know somebody that is single that would be great doing this podcast, please go to itstashak.com, go to casting, and select the single men portion and apply to be on the podcast, okay? So we had a lot of great interviews that we released already. It's on my third channel. It's titled Transrena. I don't care what y'all say about my middle name. It's my name, and I'm keeping it, okay? It is what it is. Don't forget, guys, we also got the book club, all right? So if you want to be featured on the book club, please hit us at itstashak.com. /advertise and make an appointment with our digital sales agent, okay, to do that. And also we've opened up more mogul spots. We've solidified the main ones. Remember, we said we were going to do 30 to 50, and so now that they're in motion, we have a few more mogul spots left where it's reoccurring advertising on all of our platforms. So go to itstashak.com. If you already have a business, you need continuous advertising to get sales in your sleep. This is a program for you. You do have to have a digital product or service that people can buy online worldwide, okay? And you gotta have an ecosystem somewhat already going, but you're still between working your job and trying to kick your business off. You do need continuous advertising to do that. Please go to itstashak.com and click mogul making and make an appointment with one of our digital sales agents. You get to talk to everybody over here. And if you got tips on your favorite celebrities, okay? Pastors or whoever, please hit me at itstashak.com or call me at 323-405-WINO. That is 323-405-WINO. It comes right to my phone. Now, the lottery numbers for today are 6, 0, 7. 6, 0, 7 is what I dreamt about. 6, 0, 7. Okay? Let me know if you win. Put me a little bit to the side. I can use a little bit. Buy me some more wine, okay? I love you guys. Jasmine is going to take you out with some ads, and we're going to prepare for our second part of the show on TashaKLive.com, which is going to start 9:30 Eastern time, your time. And we're going to be discussing, hold on. Let me pull it up. We're going to be discussing, of course, Chud the Builder, his pegging girlfriend, did an interview with us. Oh, it's messy. Oh, it's messy, okay? Definitely going to be discussing Clarissa Shields. She's trying to sue MVP, trying to sue Ashley Baumgart. What's her name? Ashley Andrea? What the girl name? Alicia Baumgardner, okay? And they even got a petition to remove Clarissa's boxing license. We're also going to be discussing NFL player LeVon Bell, his victim, his cousin, that, sued him, and I guess she won for $25 million. She finally came out to tell her story. Apparently he has, and his other brother has been sleeping with her since, not sleeping, you can't use the word sleeping, taking her precious goods since she was a child, okay? K. Michelle, we're gonna be talking about K. Michelle, Young Miami, and Aaliyah's estate trying to remove R. Kelly's photo and more. All of that is coming up on the second part of the show on TashaKLive.com. You do have to subscribe to TashaKLive.com to watch the show. It is $12. You guys will get, the interviews, everything over there is $12 a month. You can cancel anytime you want, okay? But yeah, we'll love to have you, okay? It's lit over there. It's uncensored and raw. So if you met me here not cussing, we cuss over there, okay? I love you. What? Oh, snap. I forgot Shop TK Deals. They gonna kill me, okay? Thank you, Jasmine. So you guys know, listen, I'm all for liquid multivitamins. I think I read somewhere the other day that Kim Kardashian takes 33 pills a day, vitamins. You don't need to do that. Sea moss, 10,000 liquid milligrams of sea moss extracted from Irish organic sea moss, put in a bottle, concentrated, put it under your tongue. 97% of those vitamins absorbed in your body. You don't need 33 pills. That's crazy to me, okay? Also, oil of oregano. I use this to help me feel better about coming in contact with viruses. Now, I can't say that this kills viruses or eradicates them. But what I can say is that scientists have put raw oil of oregano onto viruses and bacteria, and they have skedaddled, gone. A lot of celebrities, Terrence Howard, Joe Rogan's show, all of those guys, Gary Brecker, they all stand behind oil of oregano. I personally use it. A lot of my industry friends use it. We take this on the road because we're always in contact with people, always on flights. And look, knock on wood, I have not been sick in 2 years, okay? Oil of oregano. Right now, this is 40% off on Tasha K, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. You can use the coupon code TK10 too for all of the sea moss drops variations, because we got detox, we got skin, we also got regular sea moss drops as well. And don't forget, guys, the liquid D3. If you suffer from, can't put your arms up, stiffness, joint pain, and everything like that, you may be in risk of having a vitamin D deficiency. Instead of a pill taking months to absorb, this is liquid, 10,000 milligrams. It highly absorbs in 3 days, okay? Look at the reviews, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, 30% off, okay? And then you get an extra 10% using the TK10. Keep this stocked up. I'm not taking no 33 pills a day, okay? I'm not doing that for nobody. All right, I love y'all, and that's why we are doing business with the vitamin companies that I personally use, which is liquid vitamins, okay? And then I'm engineering my own personally that I take, okay? Which is sea moss skin, sea moss detox, and of course the Activate drops as well too, which helps with appetite suppression, so that I won't eat. And I'll fast and control my blood sugar levels throughout the day, okay? This is on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you at 9:30 on TashaKLive.com for the second part of the show. Now, I gotta go. Subscribe, cause my ass all night that I'm gonna really give a damn anyway. Now, I gotta go. Bye. We don't get enough liquid D3. We don't get enough vitamin D. And so I personally have to supplement this particular vitamin D that I travel with all the time, and I make sure that I never run out of, is 10,000 IUs, gluten-free, vegetarian, as a vitamin E and vitamin C base, okay? And so it's very highly absorbable. There are some fantastic reviews on shoptkdeals.com of women who claim that they couldn't even lift their arms. And by taking vitamin D3, which helps your body to absorb calcium, and the calcium feeds the bones, they can now raise their arms, they're less pain and things like that. You are the gentleman that is accused of shooting the late comedian Reggie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have on an ankle monitor right now?
Yes, ma'am.
You said you pay $350 a month for that ankle monitor.
Yes, ma'am.
No indictment has been made against you yet.
No, ma'am.
The shooting happened over 8-9 months ago.
He snorted the lines in front of me, and he was up for 3 days without going to sleep leading up to this event. Your brain is the best weapon that you're gonna have. So So my brain was telling me to run away from him all those previous times. And y'all still questioning who the bad guy is?
How did you manage with him having a gun to you to get to the gun that you said was by the fireplace?
I didn't have to travel to it. It was already right next to me. I was approximately the exact distance you are right now if you needed to grab something that was leaning up against here or boom. You see how long my arms is? Check this out. You notice it went past this?
Yeah.
He pointed the gun at my face.
So when you grabbed the gun, he didn't pull the trigger?
Only Cat Williams has this exalted power to say, you know, he doesn't have to follow any parameters or any rules because he's a millionaire. He's exempt from logic and common sense. Well, he had logic and common sense to put Reggie at the house where he was at.
They're saying that Cat ordered you to shoot him. This was intentional. Y'all set this up. They're saying that he was actually shot on Cat's main property and moved to this particular address when it went down, okay? And his body was left there for multiple days, found unresponsive, and nobody is saying anything.
This case with Reggie Carroll, with the when Reggie was shot with the shot.
Is it a murder? Of planning and negotiating, I am excited to announce that ShopTKDeals.com is now extended to you. If you are a creator like myself, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're just someone that just wants to make passive income as well as main income, ShopTKDeals.com now offers that invitation to you. So which means you can become an affiliate partner and make anywhere from 30 to 40% on each sale that you make on ShopTKDeals.com, okay? And so listen, I'm excited to work with you guys. I'm excited to train you guys. Not only will I be training you, we'll be hosting webinars, sales calls, and all that to make sure that we're all successful and we keep all of these brands happy. So I want you guys to stop what you're doing now. Go on over to the website, shoptkdeals.com, hit join my sales team, and I will see you guys on our sales call, okay?